NC Cosplay Dad. Thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to do a kind of a year-end review of 2023 and kind of a look forward to projects we're going to work on for 2024. So come on, let's get started. Okay, so here's the 2023 year in review. As I stated previously, my family and I had started doing Comic-Cons. Well, it was for about 3 or 4 years now, but my daughter's been doing cosplay series for a while now. I've been doing videos on TikTok and social media. But I started taking it serious in 2023 and designed and built my Mandalorian gear. It took me a few months to do hour or two every night for a while. And I debuted it at Hickory Comic-Con in their summer thing in August, where I got first place in the adult category. My daughter got third place. Then, I think it was the next week, we went to Charlotte Comic-Con's summer show. I got bumped up to Master Class. I didn't place there, which was okay. I got bumped up to Master Class. I was happy with that. Then, I think it was a couple months later, I wanted to change it up. I've always been a fan of the wrestler Sting, and I love what he did in his All In London trailer or promo. He did a sort of a Jack the Ripper mashup with his Crow and Joker makeup, so I did that. I didn't play. We went to Hickory for that, and I didn't place, which that was pretty good. I was fine. I was happy, had a good time. That's what it's all about. You don't win. You don't even go in contest every time, but I didn't win, didn't place. That was fine. The next day, went to Eastgate Comic-Con in Greensboro. I did a different variation of Sting. Got judge's choice over all the entries. Was happy with that. Then went to Charlotte Comic-Con's fall or winter in December, and this is an update since then. I got second place in the adult category. I was happy with that. So I've done 3 variations of Sting and just one version of my Mandalorian, 5 Comic-Cons in December or 2023. And I said I wasn't going to dedicate this whole channel to doing Sting stuff, because I know first 2 videos I mentioned it and did stuff. But I am going to work on another project for Sting, because it's going to enhance my character. I've gotten lots of positive feedback over social medias through a lot of people in actually the wrestling community and cosplay community, saying that they have not seen anybody portray Sting the way I do, and it has made me feel really good. I've had actually one of my friends, I'm not going to name drop, but he actually works for the WWE, and he says that he likes my interpretation of Sting, says it does really good. And we got some local federation people who like the way I do it, and some other people who portray wrestlers who think it looks pretty awesome, so I'm going to keep it up. So one of the first projects we're going to do is I'm going to make a wrestling title, wrestling belt, because I am actually going to be at Sting's last match in March. So, and I will be there in the crowd, even though it's not a cosplay. I will be there in the crowd, decked out in full Sting gear. So that I will be there for that. Now, for the preview of 2024, the first con that I will be going to is in February. It is Mad Monster Party. I may or may not be dressed up. I was going to do a version of Jason, because Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th is my favorite horror character. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to do the costume beforehand, because a lot of people don't know this, a lot of people do, but I'm actually a mortician by trade. But I am also studying to get my funeral director's license, and it is not easy to get. So I do have a national board exam coming up the same week as that, so I have to do a lot of studying. So videos may be sporadic up until March. So I will be studying for that and having to do a lot of studying to get my license. So I am going to be working on a Jason Voorhees. That is one costume I'm working on. I am going to be doing a Surfer Sting costume. That is going to be, if I can knock that one out of the park, that is going to be awesome. I am going to be redoing my Mandalorian gear. I have to attach my armor a new way. That's going to be a series I'm going to be doing for as part of prop rebuild or costume rebuild. Another rebuild I'm going to be doing is the first one that I did, a real big one that I did, is my Gene Simmons from the Dynasty era. A little backstory behind that one. And I'll try to post a picture of my photo shoot that I did at my house before the con. I had the platforms, had everything. I spent months building this. Didn't know what I was doing, months building it. I did it for GalaxyCon 2021, I believe. One person got a photo with me outside the convention hall. I got good reception. Walked in the door, got through prop check, because I had my bass guitar that I made and my torch for my fire breathing thing. 5 minutes into it, both platforms broke. I was not happy. So we're going to rebuild that because I've got a lot of time built into it, and I still have majority of the pieces. So I'm going to rebuild what I've got, and we're going to make the platforms better. We're going to make it awesome. That's project number 3. Number 4, another wrestling project, the Legion of Doom, the Road Warrior Animal, who happened to be a friend of mine before his passing. And I have some friends of mine who have connections to Joe's family, Joe Laurinaitis, which was Road Warrior Animal. And I know if I don't do this one right, I will not do that family justice. So I am going to do his right. And another one I'm keeping close to the heart. Only 2 or 3 people know what this one's going to be. But I'm hoping I can get this one done before GalaxyCon in July. If not, it'll be ready for July GalaxyCon 2025. Simply just calling it right now the Avatar. So stay tuned. Right now we're going to get this stuff ready. I'm going to show you what I've got ready to do this title belt for Sting, and show you the props that we're going to be rebuilding for the Gene Simmons project. Okay, so here are what's remaining of the Gene Simmons props. Here was the torch with the fire. They sort of got misplaced and I didn't realize it. So they're going to be totally rebuilt. There was a light in here that lit up. Actually, it's still in there, just hard to find. But it lit up the flames. And there's Velcro there and there. It went onto the back of the base. It looks like a piece of junk now, but it was effective at the time. So when we redo the costume or rework it, we're going to rebuild this from scratch. So for part of the Jason costume, leftover Halloween chains. Actually, they still have the tag on them. And I think I may have bought them at the dollar store. Let's see. Greenbrier, yeah, $1.25. Shoes that I bought, yeah, I know they're not hiking boots or anything, but with the pants being long enough that it'll cover. Bought these at Goodwill, green tag. I think I may have paid less than $5 for them. The pants, Goodwill, less than $5 for them. So we're looking, say, $12 for that right there. And I already have the green shirt, so I got $0 in that. And of course, I have the masks. Mask I'm not worried about. I used to do custom Jason masks, so I've got some already here, so I'm not worried about that. Just I hope I have the straps somewhere, and I've already got one that's already been sanded down, and I know which version of the costume I'm making. So, and there's a couple of the awards. Yeah, they're not all big awards. That, believe it or not, is my first place trophy from My first place trophy. They're not all big, but hey, it's all about the fun. This is actually the main component of the Gene Simmons part that we will be rebuilding. This is all connected with the foam teeth. This part is pretty much intact. I just have to repaint some of the strapping. The base is football shoulder pads, and of course this part doesn't get seen because there's a cape that goes to it. I believe that is the cape back there. Yes, that's old Halloween costumes and cosplay stuff. And of course the Mandalorian gear. Most of that is in good shape and don't have to do anything, but we have to reattach, take all the armor off, all the chest and shoulder pauldrons, armor off. And the hardest thing, which I had problems with at the beginning, the gauntlets. The gauntlets have finally popped apart, and we'll have to rebuild those. Okay, so I have my first rendering of the belt that I want to build for my Sting cosplay, and I was going to get one professionally made, but that did not fit into my budget and couldn't find one the way I wanted it without costing me an arm and a leg. And even still, I don't know if they could have done it the way I wanted to, especially in the time frame that I wanted, because like I said, I want to have it done before March 3rd, which is Sting's last match. So this is the rendering that I come up with. This is the belt. It's based off the Dave Milliken original belts that he did back in the 80s. There was a lot of belts designed off of this design. My favorite one was the NWA Television Championship, and this is what it's going to look like, hopefully. Of course, there's always possibility of changes. So, finished this up last night. A few people have seen it that do cosplays, and some that are big wrestling fans and everything. Some of my close friends have given me feedback. They like it. And of course, the NCD is North Carolina Cosplay Dad. For people that don't know about wrestling, you normally have the 3 letters of the organization at the top. And it's kind of hard to see, but it says Sting Cosplay Champion. So, he's got the scorpions there, but I'm already making changes for that. Of course, Sting is called the Icon Sting. Then we got NC Cosplay Dad over there. So we'll break out the supplies that I've bought over the past couple of days and show you how the deals that I've gotten with over the hobby stores. I went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's here in Salisbury, and the great deals that I've gotten on supplies the past couple of days. Okay, so this is what we're going to be making the wrestling belt out of. All right, we're going to start with the fabric here. Got some faux leather fabric. Yeah, I wanted to change it up a little, so got the upholstery fabric, faux leather. Wanted a little design to it. And believe it or not, this stuff was like $12 a yard, but it was on sale for 40% off. And I wanted to get a little extra, so I wanted to get 2 yards in case I mess it up. And you see that is over 4 foot in length. 2 yards. Well, of course, she was a little shy of 2 yards. She was charging me for 1 yard, $7.19. Every wrestling belt needs some jewels. So I got some clear jewels and some black onyx jewels. On sale, 50% off of $249. So they were, where's my receipt? They were $1.25 each. Heavy duty thread, because we're going to be, I might try to stitch this by hand, or I might try to do it on a sewing machine if my daughter teaches me how to use a sewing machine. It says $2.99. They charged me 99 cents. The only thing I paid full price for at Hobby Lobby to make this belt was, we're not doing snaps now, we're going to do the Velcro. $7.99. Dressmaking pencil, $1.99. Needles, $2.99. This is what I'm gonna be doing the green with on there for the banners, $1.99. I got out of there all this right here for the base of the belt, $27.41. Not bad. Then I went to Michael's. Yes, I know you haven't seen the metal yet. We'll get to that. On the chrome and the gold look, these were $12.99. On sale, 50% off. That right there is more gold and more chrome that I'm going to need. And I'm going to try the technique of putting these on metal and sealing them just to make sure it's going to work right. And the sealer. The sealer was $4.19. All three of those together, $18.37. But it cost me $0 because I had a gift card. Under budget. Now, what am I going to use for metal? You may laugh. Cookie sheets. These will be the perfect size. Dollar General, $7.50. I may go back and get another set to double up the metal to make them a little more sturdy. But how do I know they'll work? Because that's what my Mandalorian armor is made out of. And I may even have some left over. Wait a minute. What is this? Yes, I have cookie sheets left over. This is how I get by with doing stuff on a budget. I find stuff and I keep it. I even keep the scraps so I can't use them anymore. Some of those cookie sheets I bought from Dollar General for making my Mandalorian armor. Some of them, we were changing out cookie sheets at the house and I kept the old ones and cleaned them up real good and used them for projects. When I say look around where you work or something like that to see if you can take stuff that they're going to throw out, be frugal. This cardboard right here, really thick cardboard, real thick heavy board right here. I got that for free. Why? You guessed it. It's what we got a casket packaged in at work. Like I said earlier, I am a mortician and sometimes people order caskets and we can keep the supplies if we're going to throw them out. Yes, that's Nicholas's jacket and the Carrot Top. And then to recap 2023, after Nick helped do his mask, he entered his first contest finally, and he got Judge's Choice for team category. We're so proud of him for getting into his entering his first contest. And we sent videos to Carrot Top in California, and he was so ecstatic. And I think he actually reposted on his social media sites. All right, so there you have it. There's the supplies and all we have to get started for the Sting Wrestling title. That's all I'm going to start with today. Hopefully this weekend I'm going to get started with it. We're going to start laying out the plans, cutting all the material, and getting started. Feel free to follow me on social medias. I'll post them at the end. Tracing Kai Ram on Instagram. Be sure, if you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button. Be sure to follow me. And thanks for all my supporters. Thanks for my subscribers. Thanks to the people that are following me on socials. And if you have any comments, feel free to email me or make comments below. And I'm thinking about doing a giveaway here soon, if I get enough support. And we'll catch you in the next one.